Hello everyone. Hello. Yeah guys, welcome back to the new episode. This is episode 19. Yeah, we are almost there. I think we might not be able to get to episode 30 before we finish the project. Hopefully maybe around episode 25 we should be able to finish the project by then. And yeah, so welcome back to the episode. And yeah, the last stream we did was yesterday. I think that was 24 hours ago. Yeah, almost 24 hours ago. Yeah, so basically, yeah, we will continue from where we stopped. And which for you guys who are with me yesterday, we kind of like completed the whole checkout section whereby the user was anybody can the users can be able to buy products from the platform, and then they can see their orders in the order section of the app. So that's what we just kind of like completed yesterday. And yeah, today will be adding more features to the whole app sections. And yeah, we'll see how that looks like. And also guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do um, subscribe to the channel, hit the subscription button, and also the notification button to be notified whenever I'm starting a live stream or uploading a new video. Yeah, so keep in touch. So see you guys. And also let's start. So back up here in our app. So here's the app. And like I said, yesterday we kind of like completed a whole checkout section. So right now we only have one item in the checkout. So let's delete this. Go back and add more items. Let's say we have 3 of these. Yes, so 3 items in the checkout that we need to buy. And you can actually see the total price listed below here. And if you tap on the checkout, it takes us to the order confirmation page, and you can just add your details, the receiver name, basically Kevin or any other name, whoever you are sending the product to, or if you are the one receiving the product, you can actually add your name in there. And you have location. So you can just choose somewhere in Dubai, phone number 971, and any random stuff. So like I said, this is not my real number, guys. So don't call me here. Yeah. So next will be yeah, the pickup time. So what time should the product be delivered to me at home? So I want the product to be delivered around 9:50 p.m. Yeah. So the card notes. Let's say you want to add a note to the card, so you can just anything. So I think that's it, and then you click over here which says credit/debit card. So basically I want to pay with debit or credit card. You can decide to pay with cash, anyone you choose. But over here we are going with debit/credit card. And once you click on pay, this will just generate a payment bottom sheet for us, and you can see our pay, the amount you're supposed to pay, which is this 76. So I already canceled the payments, yeah, which is 77.96. And if you click on pay, you can actually see that 77.96, and that's cool. And then you could just go back here. Yeah, for I think yesterday we actually had an issue trying to add these payments. They are this payment amount, right? So if you are thinking of how that was achieved, so basically over here, if you get your total price, multiply it by 100 before sending it to Stripe. Make sure you multiply by 100, and that will give us 77 points. So that's how this is being calculated. So there we need to add a payment card. So we are going to use a Stripe. So this payment card we'll be using is coming from Stripe. So just copy that over here, paste it, just paste it in there, and then we can just say the expiring date should be 23, CVC, any random. We already have our countries or region selected right here. If you could remember, that's because we had coded it in here. So we say the billing address should be country AE. So that's why you're having this hard coded in there. And then you could just go ahead and say pay, tap on pay, you see processing. And once everything is done processing, and we take us to the order confirmation page, that the whole order is being processed. And you could click on track my order, and when you click on track my order, you can actually see the whole orders we just processed right now. These are orders that we just processed. There we go. And yesterday we just talked about the order sections, that order can be under processing or shipped. So if you can check your processing orders, can check the shipped orders that have been shipped to you, so you can actually see them right here. If there's any, so far there's no order that's under shipped, but we have orders under processing. And if you want to see how that works, so we can decide to go back to our back end. I will show you guys how to do that. We just need to modify some stuff. So here's our back end. So I can decide to modify one of these orders to have shipped. So instead of saying processing, where is that again? Yeah, so instead of saying processing, so you can just say the order is shipped. Copy that. Go ahead and save this. Now let's modify another one. Just remove this, add this in there, save order item, do the same right here. Okay, I think these trays are enough, so we just modify 3 items. So 3 of these right now we have shipped in our client's app. So if you open our app up again, you will see the changes that we made right now showing up. Let's take a look. Okay, there we go. Tap over here, I'm going to see that. So we added 3 to be under shipped. You can see when the item is shipped, it has this gray color showing up there, and also see that when the item is under processing, it has this our brown color showing up. So that's cool. We are getting somewhere. So next stuff we can actually work on. Yeah, so next stuff we can actually work on is that when the user taps on this reorder, this does nothing. It just takes us to this screen where it's not actually where it's supposed to take us. This is actually track order, so it's only when we tap on track order that should actually take us to here, and not the reorder section. Even track order self, when it takes us over here, it should actually be able to display this in a real way. Right now it's telling us that the order has been placed, which is good. Yeah, order has been placed. It's telling us payment is being confirmed, which is true. The payment is confirmed. It's telling us order has been processed, which is not true. The order is still under processing, and it's also telling us that the order is on the way, which is a lie. So both of these are not true, because the order is still under processing, and the order is not on the way. That's because we tapped on the processing. And if the order has been shipped, so if you tap on it, all this should be highlighted, so meaning that the whole stuff have been done. And when the user taps on order received, we should basically delete the order that has been this order from the order section, or could just mark it as received or something like that. So there we go. And yeah, so let's go ahead and fix this up. So first of all, let's start with the reorder. So when you tap on this reorder, you should actually reorder take you to the cart section, so I can actually reorder this, because right now if you go back to our cart section, where is this? To say, yeah, let's say we return home. So return home, and you go to cart section, you see that the cart is still empty. So in that case, when the user taps on reorder, it should actually take us to the cart section. But we don't want to go ahead and buy another stuff. We just want to go straight to the cart section. In that case, we need to be able to navigate to the cart section from here in our user profile section. I will show you how to do that. We just need to do some hard coding at the moment. So let's say we're on the profile section, which is just showing us sign out and sign in. We don't want that to be the only button we have there. So the next button we can actually have can tell us to order my orders. So just take us to the order section. That's why I call it my orders. And with that being there, I can just say yeah. So when we are going to the order, just navigate to my orders. So if you go ahead and save this, yeah, we should have a button that will show up here. So if you tap on this right now, you see that works. So now that takes us to the my order section, which we can actually go back and go to the home screen, any other stuff, come back again, tap on my orders, it will take you to my order section. But yesterday we had an issue with this whereby if you take a look at our design, you see that our design is a little bit different. It doesn't have this back text on it, so you only have the icon. To fix that, there's one way to fix that. So I will show you guys how to do that. So basically head over to over here, head over to the app.in.cxs, and over here we need to make changes to somewhere right here. See, yeah, somewhere right here we say header left button. So we need to let that to be open, but we need to make some changes which I'm going to copy over. Because if you leave this like this and actually try to so I'll show you the error right now. So if you leave this open, if you go ahead and save this, we're going to receive an error right now. So you see, it says couldn't find the navigation object. It's your component inside the navigation container. So because our component, this is actually inside the stack screen option, so it's showing this error. Our navigation should actually be inside a container, inside a component. So this is not inside a component, so we need to fix this. One way to fix this is that we create this to be a separate component on its own, which I copy the code over. I'm going to paste it over here, and I call it button back, which is going to have its own navigation, and it's going to navigation.go back, and I'm going to replace whatever that's in here with it. So I'm going to copy this out, not copy it, I'll just basically remove it. Yeah, remove that, and then call button back in there. So go ahead and save that. The error still persists, but we need to remove this section to be able to work here. Save that right now, and that works. So if you go back and go to my orders, and you can see this, so this still navigates back, which is good, and we can see that test again, so that's cool. And I'm supposed to remove another stuff. So over here you say header shown, yeah, over here you say enable back button menu, so we need to tell that to be false, remove that entirely. We don't need to enable the back button anymore, so just remove that, and this still works as we expect it to. That's cool. Let's go back and just keep on working on the order section. And for the reorder, like I said, when the user taps on the reorder, we should actually add that particular order back to cart, shopping cart, and yeah, so that the user can reorder that stuff again. Yeah, so let's head over here and do that. So I'm going to say constant add to cart, and since that's add to cart, it's going to be a function, and inside the function, first of all, we need to have our constant user model state, which is equals to use recoil. Remember, we are using recoil for our state management. Recoil's value, which is, we have the value of new shopping cart, which is this, and next we're going to say constant. Okay, I think we can do it this way, and let's go ahead and add our shopping cart logic in here. this is still the same code that we did over here. So if you have been with me throughout the stream, you can see that we actually did the same stuff back in the product details. So if you go to the product details, and you will see inside the shopping cart you have this added here. So you need to copy this code. It's still the same code, there's no difference, just that this has a lot of logic inside before we'll be able to do either save or remove a cart item. So in this case, we really want to save a cart item, so I'll just go back to the other card and paste that code here. And now we need to actually import all the missings and mark this to be asynchronous, so the await part will be actually highlighted. And yeah, that's it, the first step. Next, I would prefer to wrap this inside the try catch, and I'm gonna say if there's an error, log the error for now, but it makes sense to actually show the user what errors they have, which we're going to do later on. Just tell the user if they have any error. Yeah, so paste the code that we copied. Now what did I do? Format this. And I think that was it. Is there any other stuff we are missing? So we have, okay, user model state ID, which we got from this, importing this user model, and the product ID, which we are passing the flower ID, which is not true. So we need to be able to fix this issue. To fix that, what we need to do is to basically let's see. Yeah, so it looks like we need to pass a product ID in here. So I'm gonna say product ID should be a string, and we need to get it from here, and then we need to replace it with a flower. Instead of flower ID, we're going to say product ID. There we go. And once this is actually done, so we now want to navigate back. Navigation done, navigate to cart. And if you want to access the cart, we don't access it this way because the cart is a nested navigation. So what we need to do is say navigate to home screen. Navigate to home screen. And once you're in the home screen, go to the screen called cart. So inside the home screen, navigate to the screen called cart. I will tell you guys why we are doing this. So if you go to the app.txt, because that's where we did our navigation, inside our app.txt, and if you're looking for the component called home screen, this is a component called home screen right here, and in there has another component called tab nav. And if you go to the tab nav, because like I said, it's a nested navigation, and this is a tab nav, and these are cart items. So these are cart screen. So that's why we are saying navigate to home screen. Inside the home screen, go to the screen called cart, and that's how to actually be able to navigate to this. So deep is called kind of a deep navigation here, nested navigation. So let's go back out. So back to other card. There we go. So back to the other card, we got this, we got this. So what changes do we need to make? Figure out and save this, and we need to add this function. Actually add that function to over here. So the order is navigating to track order. Right now it should do the needful, which is add to cart. Yeah, just mark this to be synchronous, and also wait this. So there we go. Let's see if there's any other stuff we are missing. Okay, let's give it a try. So let's try any of these products. So if I before we try this, I will still need to console log the product ID to make sure is that we are actually adding this particular product to the cart. So I will say log, I'm going to call that add to cart product ID. Yeah, that's cool. So go ahead and save this, and let's give this a try right now. So try reorder, and something happened. So we got an error. So let's see. So no search file, home screen. Okay, let's try this again. Tap on this. We got an error. So let's see. Okay, product ID is actually undefined. So now we see the issue that we're having. The product ID we are passing is actually undefined. So basically, our order card is not getting that product ID. So we need to fix that. Okay, I see. You can actually see the issue here. Okay, that's cool. So let's say product ID is equals to item dot product ID. There you go. And I can just first unwrap this since I know that it's not going to be empty. So first unwrap it, copy that, save, head over to processing order. So inside the processing order, I'm going to say this again, do the same for shipped order, just fix the whole card issues. So save that, and let's try this one more time. So I'm going to go back to all orders, or basically the order card, and we start our app again. Head over to profile, tap on this, and try to reorder, and unhandled issues again. So let's see what this one says. Okay, now we are getting the product ID, which is working. So our product ID is being console logged to us, which is this. Possible 100 position undefined is not an object evaluating to see model.id. Okay, undefined model.id. Okay. Okay, I see. New shopping cart is actually returning. This is not what it should be returning over here. We made a mistake. So this should be user model states, because yeah, user model so you can't access this. This is an array, so it doesn't make sense to say since this is an array of cart item model, I'm trying to access an ID directly from an array, not trying to use an index. So that actually shows us that we are doing something wrong there. So I'm going to update the import. So this is actually a single object, user model state, which we are what we are looking for, and that object has an ID property which we are accessing, a string. So let's save this, try this again. Hopefully we're able to get this working this time around. So tap over here. Okay, so we got another issue. So it's telling us undefined. Okay, user model ID, we're passing the user model ID right here. Save cart item model, quantity is 1, product ID we are passing in there. Okay. Let's take a look at our backend to make sure if this is actually being passed to the backend. So inside the backend, since we should be able to access the cart items that we have, we could access it over here, and right now we're having one inside the cart item. I could just go and delete this. Yeah, delete that item. So let's try this again. I'm going to say this ReOrder. Okay, we are getting the promise rejection, but the ID has been added. The cart model has been added right here. Okay, interesting. Let's go back to the other item model. I'll just go back, try to delete whatever we have here for now. Okay, yeah, our other item model is empty, so we have nothing there. If we head back to our code, in here, inside our code, go back, and if you go to the parts where we are actually processing the orders, which should be the order sources page, that's the part where we are processing the orders. In there are some issues, I think, yeah, like they will need to fix. Yeah, over here we could see we are passing product ID, and we're saying product ID is cart items index or ID, which is not true. That's not what we're supposed to be passing in here. We should be passing a real product ID. Yeah, a product ID, real product ID, and not that particular cart item ID. I think that might be the reason why we are getting that error, because there's no product ID that's linked to that particular cart item. So let's fix this and actually see if that fixes our error. Hopefully we're not having any at the moment. So let's go back, head back to orders, order card. There we go. What's this? Run npm on iOS. Okay, let's have this running. Let's see what else we can actually change. Okay, head over to, okay, our card is still getting promise rejection again. So what's going on? Undefined is an object evaluating to see the user model.id. And this is happening on shopping cart section. Okay, let's go back. Still having the same error. Okay, that's okay. Let's try. We're still getting the same stuff everywhere. I don't think see the user model. Okay, let's add this. Okay, I see. Okay, let's start with first of all, let's start with the product details page. Okay, inside the product details page, let's see over here we have, so when we are calling add to cart section, so we are checking is cart found. Okay, okay, this is where we should have is having this issue. So over here we are querying this the filter cart model, the filter where see the product ID, yeah, we should get an access is equals to product ID, and we're deleting that. And once we want to save something, so we are saying user model ID, which our object actually has our schema. Our schema has something called user model ID. So if you go to the cart item model, it has something called user model ID, which we're trying to create by ourselves. Okay. So user model ID, which is a type of string, trying to pass in user model.id. Okay, and where else is this error coming from? Okay, so if I restart this, and if you decide to go back, and you can see that the error is no longer showing up. So I'm guessing, I think that's coming from this two line here. So let's fix that out. Let's fix it. So user model ID. So user model ID, let's see if that exists. So I'm gonna say when this is being queried, so go ahead and log query shopping cart, and then return, and let's check if the user model ID, which is the current user who is using the app, if that still exists. And let's see. Um, okay, same shopping cart. Okay, query shopping cart, which is basically this what we have showing up right over here, and the user model ID is being console logged out here. Okay, yeah, we could see it here, but if we decide to actually open this and then filter shopping cart, which is an array of cart model, the filter where C represent a cart model, and each of our cart model, every cart model that we created has okay, so that this is strange, because if you are looking through the shopping cart items that have been returned, which is of type let's say shopping cart, so let's try to debug something. So let's say shopping cart at index 0 dot, okay, yeah, each of the items in there has created an ID, product ID, quantity, updated model, so every single one of them has that. But right here, we are trying to do a filter inside this, and okay, this has okay user model. Sure. Okay, it has a user model property dot ID. So let's try this again. Let's debug this. I'm going to say log okay, debug cats. Since we're debugging cats, we want to check if this is equals to true, and again we want to check if this actually exists. Three of these actually exist. So let's allow that and then run this code to see something. So I'm going to refresh the whole stuff. Let's start the whole stuff, head over here, and then let's see what's showing over here. Debug carts, and it's telling us it's true because this shopping cart or user model or ID is equal to, what is it? Yeah, is equal to user model state ID, which is basically telling us it's true, and we can actually console log the user model ID for the shopping cart the same way we did here. Console log it out, which is this ID, and it's matching to the user model state ID, which is this ID right here. So if you have to use a filter, which we have over here, so shopping cart of filter, where C returns a function that we are using to compare predicate. So C the user model ID is equals to user model state ID, okay, which should be true. I can name that cat maybe. And that's the one that throws an error. Basically try cache, and then you can actually console log the error and see what's going on. Okay, apply you just log the error for us. Yeah. Now let's go. So try this. Okay, for some reason, okay, I see error with cat, type error, undefined is not an object evaluating to. Okay. Okay, think this is strange. Let's try something. I'm gonna save and deploy this. Okay guys, so we need to wait for the deployment to finish up. I need to be able to call this, pull in the data again, basically the whole data models, and see where this is coming from, because we didn't get these errors yesterday. This worked fine. For some reason we are getting all these type error from TypeScript and all those stuff, which is not expected. And yeah, so I've been filter carts, pull this, and we're saying query shopping carts. This will only be called, okay, this is called try cache, query all the carts model, get use of them, get all of them. But if shopping cart and shopping cart rent is greater than 0, so that means it's not empty, then go ahead and run this extra code that we have in here, right? And let's take a look again and see if there's other processes that we're having the same issues that we need to fix. I don't think so, because that's the only function, that's the only one that's been called, except what we have. Okay, that's the only one that's been called, because that's why we're getting this error with cards and showing up, because this is the only one that's been called so far, where we're getting the error, which is the function over here, query shopping carts. And if we try to say add this to carts, we should I don't think that should work either. Okay, I see. Error with cat, type error, undefined is not an object, evaluating to cat or user model or ID. Okay, which is strange. Let's fix this also. So basically, let's wait for the deployment to finish up. The deployment is not actually done yet. Maybe in a couple of 1 to 2 minutes should be done. Then we actually pull up the whole data from our cloud in here and see if that fixes the issue that we're having. Because I guess that should be the issue. And yeah, I think that should be the issue that we're having. Yeah. So error with cat, type error, undefined object, evaluated to cat model. You guys already know yesterday we actually did this and we didn't get this error and we completed these sections far back. All of a sudden we are getting the type error. And I'm guessing maybe because I updated the cloud model yesterday on the cloud. Maybe I didn't put it in. Yeah, on my own. So let's wait for this to finish up. Then we'll just put the data in and try again. Yeah, let's see if I could just move over to other stuff while this is still deploying. Let's see what else we need to work on. Yeah, we kind of like also need to do the track order section. So actually go back to that and try to fix that. So my orders, so we're still getting this is understandable. Okay, right now we don't have any order to actually track because our order is currently empty at the moment, which we need to populate. And to populate that, we need to be able to get the first part, which is this, to actually work. So yeah, so we are still stuck here. We're hoping that this deployment finishes so that we can be able to do this. So let's see if there's something we can actually do. You're still getting the same stuff over here. Okay, let's see if we get it here. Okay, let's see if the wish sheets work. Okay, let me see. Okay, the wish list is working. Yeah, so we're already having the problem on the shopping cart and on shopping cart and also over here. So those are the places we're having the issue. So yeah, our deployment has finished. So let's put the data in. I'm gonna move this out. So basically, I'm running this to actually get whole data for the cloud. It should be done in one. Yeah, that's done. So let's try this again. So bring this over. Say npm run iOS. Okay, let's see. Okay, right now I can't even get our data from the cloud anymore. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So let's try again. Okay, there we go. So we have, let's see. Yeah, tap on this. Okay, we're just trying to test if we are going to have the same error. Tap, go over there, debug card through. Okay, is there any error that we're getting? I don't think so. Okay, yeah, I don't think we are having any error. So in that case, what we could do is basically go back to the query shopping cart and then allow this to set the shopping carts whenever that's updated. So let's see if there's any other changes that we need to make. So I'm going to say restart and then head over here, and we're not getting any issues. So let's say we add this to shopping cart, and that worked. Yeah, nice. So basically, yeah, so guys, basically the issue and the, like I said, the error and the issue we are having is because the local storage, the local data store is not in sync with the cloud data store. Because yeah, I could remember yesterday before I slept, I went to bed, I kind of like did some changes on the cloud where I did modification. I will show you guys. So I did some modification on the data on the cloud server here. So I did some modification on the cloud data right here, and I didn't deploy it and then put it into the local system. So I think that's basically why we're having those issues. Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, that's fixed, that's working. Let's go ahead and continue what we're doing. So back over here, we were able to add this to the shopping cart. Let's see what another item we're able to add this. So everything is working as it should. Okay, we'll remove this, add it back. What else? Okay, this is already added. Add this. So we have now 4 items in our shopping cart. We should actually verify here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Scroll down, yeah, that's 4 of it, and all of them are $81.49. And if you go back to my orders, we don't have any orders at the moment, but this is telling me each child in it should have a unique ID. Okay, I don't dispute that. That's the reason why I don't dispute that is that we need to head over to each child inside the list. In our list we are having all orders, and all orders we have an index or ID. Okay, yeah, we just fix this later on. So this is a minor issue. Basically it's telling us that each of these should have a unique key items added to it. So I think that's the reason. Yeah, so we just need to fix that because the list should have a unique key. Yeah. So right now we have empty orders on every section of this. So go back, let's buy an item, let's make an order. So go to checkout, open this up. So it should be Kelvin. Let's try not be fast about it. So I have location, no, Dubai, phone number, just a random phone number. Yeah, pick a time, delivery time, just pick a delivery time. Card note to just leave this empty at the moment. Select a credit card or debit card payment. So go to pay, and error code failed, no payment sheet has been initialized. Okay, that's funny. Error failed. Head back to checkout. Instead of checkout, we are doing this fetch over here where we are calling, okay, passing in an amount. Okay, and if we open our backend, we should be from here. Let's see what our backend is console logging at the moment. Come on. Okay, so let's scroll down. Put the log up. So the last log we got here is as an error invalid integer 81.480000. Okay, I can't fix that. I don't know why that's showing that error. Let's say okay. Try the payment again. Okay, that shows up, and I'm gonna say paste the data, the fake card payment that we have here. Paste that, and we have 1122, and okay, and then proceed to payment. And once the payment is accepted, should take us to over here. Okay, and with this I could just say track my orders, and there you can actually see all the orders we made and reorder. If you tap on reorder, it should basically take you to the shopping cart by adding this to it, and that worked. You can actually see that. So it took us to shopping cart and added that particular order we clicked on inside the shopping cart. So I can decide to delete this. Okay, yeah, shopping cart is empty. Go to the order, reorder. Okay, there you go. Let's go back again, try another order, reorder. Should I try reorder? And if you shake our shopping cart on the crowd, because that should also be get populated also. Come on. Okay, so that's taking time to load. Let's try this. Let me see. Okay, we still having one item on the cart. Yeah, so that's loaded. So I'll show you guys. So basically we have our shopping cart with 3 items, which is basically we added 3 items, which is correct. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Those are the 3 items we added. But for some reason we are actually seeing just 2 one of these items and not 3 of those items showing up. Okay, not really something we are looking to. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete every single one of them. Delete the 3, delete, and I'm going to go to the other items, all the orders we made. I'm going to delete every single one of them also. Yeah, so they are all being deleted. Okay, sure. So right now our orders are empty, our cart item are empty, so they should be empty also. Yeah, they should be empty. And if we go back, let's try doing this again. So create an order, add this to shopping cart, add. So we should have 3 items in the shopping cart. 1, 2, 3. We should be 3 over here also. Yeah, there's now 3. 1, 2, 3. So in our shopping cart, and proceed to checkout. And inside the checkout, try random names. Location should be random. Phone number, that should be also random. Let's try to be fast with that. Confirm. Card notes, or do we need that? No, for now just leave it. So we have credit card or debit card. Go to payment, and we are going to preview that with some fake credit card from Stripe, just for testing purposes. We don't use this in production, that will not work. Then we have 26, and then proceed to pay. And once the payment is done, it will take us to order confirmation page, which we have here. Let's go back, put this to the back, and let's bring this forward, and bring this forward, and bring our console forward. And if we take a look at the order, you see the cart is empty because we remember our business logic is whenever you are done with creating an order, then you delete everything inside the shopping cart. So that's what we're going with. So you delete everything in the user shopping cart. It will not be there anymore whenever we create an order, whenever the user creates an order. So if you go to the order item, there you see the whole shopping cart items showing up here. These are everything that was supposed to be in the shopping cart. We deleted it and moved it to the order item section. You can see every single one of them. There's the data we previewed, the buyer ID, the current user who is buying, the product ID over here, the quantity is 1, processing status, and all the details you need to know. You see the time at home, the time the user will be at home is 10:50 p.m. What else are we missing? The total price is 19 points. This for each of the product, not the total price of the whole order. So if you're asking why I'm doing this, that's because I want to make sure in most cases the orders are from different users, not a single user, right? So since the orders are not from single user, I'm making sure that each of the order has a total price added to it, which I had kind of like computed to be look like different, understand? So I will tell each vendor this is basically the orders that people made for your product, and this is the total price for each of these particular item they ordered, and also the quantity of that items, which you could actually see here. Where is it? Yeah, we have the quantity. So the quantity of each item is 1, and the total price is 1. So if the quantity is true, if the quantity is 2, so that means 2 times 19 will give us the total price. So that's the business logic behind that. So if you move back here, and then let's go to track my orders. Now this should be total of 4. Right now it should be total of 4. Let's count that 1, 2, 3. Okay, it should be total of 3. Okay, that makes sense. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it should be total of 3. Yeah, that's syncing very well. And right now, let's say we want to reorder each of these products. Like I said, to reorder them, you just tap on reorder, and you could see this product is already added here. I can still go back, try another reorder. I can decide to reorder this one, and that's working. So this is actually the perfect scenario I was playing in my head. This should be the solution that I was trying to get to before we started facing all those errors and all those stuff we were facing. So this should be the solution that we should get to. Yeah, right now this is actually working as expected. So you could see the items added into the shopping cart. And if you go back here, my orders, let's reorder the whole stuff. Reorder again. Now it's 3. You see that? So that's basically what we need to be doing. So the user can go to checkout and then decide to reorder these items again. So that's it. But we don't want to reorder it. Basically, go ahead and delete them. I don't need them in my shopping cart. Delete every single one of them. For some reason, the last one is not trying to delete. Okay. We need to fix this issue later on. But for now, we're able to get the reorder to work. Right now, we need to get the tracking to work. So let's say we want to track each of these items. So you head over to the tracking page. We should basically be track my orders. Yeah, this is track my orders showing up here. And let's say over here we need to make some changes. So most of the stuff we have, because right now I had coded the date, which is saying Thursday 30th of March. This shouldn't be 30th of March. This should be basically the date the order was made. Yeah, and not hard coded dates. And also the order ID should be the same, and then the address and the phone number should be the same for each of the orders we are trying to track. So that's what we need to do here. So the easiest way to do that is that whenever the user clicks on track orders inside the order items, so these are order items, and whenever the user clicks on this track order, we should be able to send the order details also back to the tracking order page. So what I have to do that is to say have these parameters over here, and I can say order ID, passing in the order ID, right? Good. And what else do we need to pass? We need to pass the dates. I could say date. The date should be we don't need to hard code this. We need to actually get the real dates, and the real date we should be able to pass that over here. I could say dates. Yeah, dates by which the order should be there. Date should be string, right? Yeah, it should be a string. So there we go. Date should be a string. We could just get that from the structuring it here. I could say date. That's cool. And I need to use that right somewhere here. There we go. Date, not data. That should be date. Yeah. What else do we need? We need to be able to pass a phone number also. Phone number. We need to pass a phone number. Phone. So we need to pass a phone. We could get that from also pass that from here. I could say phone. Phone should be a string, so pass a phone number. What else we need to pass? We need to pass our address. So we pass the dates, we passed order ID here. We need to pass the phone number, and we pass the phone number, which is this. We need to pass the address. So address should be a string also, and the delivery time. I think we still need to pass this, but for now we just hard code this. This should be hard coded for now. Just that's the reason for that. The reason for that is because each of the orders we have does not have delivery time attached to it. If you look at our other model, each of these other models, which are over here, none of them has a delivery time attached. So to be able to change this, we should hard code a delivery time to any of these orders are showing up here. So in that case, so we need to leave this open. Basically, yeah, not that we still change it in future, but leave it that way. The rest should be changed. So we're able to pass all these ones. This one should be dynamically changed. So go ahead and save this. So before saving it, I'm going to pass it in phone and address. What else are we missing? Okay, none of them. So phone and address should be passed. That should be full. So yes, say phone. Okay, yeah, pass the phone, pass the address. Go ahead and save this. And now if the user tab on track my orders, then we should pass this somewhere here. So I could go back to track my orders page. So this is track my orders page. Get access to the props. It should be a type any. If from the props we can access our routes. So I could say constant, which should be our object, is equal to props or route params that we are passing in. And you could get access to the dates, get access to what else do we actually pass in here? It should look like this: order ID, dates, and those two stuff. Just copy that. I think that's the best way to do this. Copy it, head over here. I'm gonna paste every single one of them here, and then just make some changes right over here. Change this, and also change this to the same to what we have right here, and yeah, format it. So now we have access to all this being passed, and we can use it. Okay, now there's an issue. That's because we need to dismiss this, minimize this, and then restart our app. So if you head over to my orders and you tap track orders, yeah, the errors will show up again. In this case, we can decide to first of all change the order ID. That should be from order ID. If you save that, you can see that being hard coded already. So that's dynamically being passed in here, the order ID. Next should be the address. So we should be able to pass the address in here. So I could say address. If you save that, and you can see the address. Okay, for some reason the address is not being passed in here, but let's change the phone number. Phone. If you save that, okay, the phone number would also be empty. Yeah, we know where we are getting that's coming from. That's because if you head over to all my orders, I see that this still is requiring us to add a phone number, and we can get the phone number from item.phone. I think, yeah, phone. That's cool. To first unwrap this, and we can get another one, address. The address also, say address should be from item dot address. That's cool. And then first unwrap that. Next will be to basically basically copy this and use every other place that has been required. But I think something else is missing. So what other stuff is missing? Okay, dates. The date is missing also. It needs us to pass the dates. I think we can get the dates from item dot item dots, because if you take a look at each of the orders that we made so far, each of the orders that we made so far should have, come on, yeah, should have created that, yeah. Okay, that's cool. We have created that 22/10/09. We can actually make use of this one here, or makes use of the one we have here, because I know we have, yeah, other dates, yeah, we have our own showing up here, so we can make use of this, or we can make use of this, because both are the same. I think let's make use of the other dates, yeah, make use of that other dates, yeah, there we go. First unwrap this. I think we are good to go, except that we need to copy all this stuff and add it to other places that needs it. So we need to do that in the processing order page. Gonna save that. I still need to do that in the sheet order page. Do that somewhere here. Yeah, I think those are the three main places that we needed. So I could decide that right now we can just go back and then try to restart this. It actually makes sense. Yeah, go to the profile, my orders, and track orders. Yeah, that's working. That's cool. You can actually see everything showing up. So address is Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Phone number is this, and yeah, phone number is this, but the phone number needs some touch, so we need to touch it a bit. So how do we do that? So we need to do some stuff on it. It should have a plus sign at the front. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Yeah, phone number should have a plus sign at the front of it. Okay, what else do we miss? Yeah, so we need to work on the dates right now. So the dates also should be changed. Let's copy this. I'm going to, so I can actually take a look at it and see how it should look like. And over here I will say passing the date. Yeah, if you go ahead and save this, and you can see what the date looks like. So that's not what we're expecting it to look like. It shouldn't be like that. One thing we can actually do is to be able to format this. We can format this, and if you have to format these dates, to format it you can just use something like new, not a new date, so you use date object, JavaScript date object dot, that should be from dot pass. Okay, we can just use pass to pass in, to pass a date, then dot dot to local string. If you save this, okay, we were able to pass it, but that's not what we're expecting. It's still not looking good. I could say when we pass the date, let's say we have a helper function right here. I'm going to call that constant handle date, pass date of type should be any, yeah, should be type of any, and in here new date from that date. Okay, and I'm going to say return date to date string. And if you go and use that function somewhere here, I call it handle dates, and I will pass the date in there, save that. Come on guys, I'm actually doing this on the wrong place. Not yet. Yeah, I see doing it on the wrong place. So this should still be order ID that should be showing up there. and this should be handle date. That should be showing up here. I'll pass the date inside it. If you go ahead and save that, yeah, that's working. It says Sunday, October 09, 2022. Say that we ordered this item on Sunday. Let's take a look. Okay, 2022 10/09. Yeah, okay, that's correct. Yeah, it's still today. Yeah, Sunday, October 09, 2022. So that's the date we ordered this item, and that's cool. Yeah, that's basically what we're expecting to see there. Which is matching up the design we have. Yeah, in our design we could actually see Thursday 30th March. So yeah, and you can actually decide to format this to actually look like this if you want, because I believe there's a format function. Yeah, let's log this. I'm going to log this and I'm going to say d dot format. Okay, d dot. Okay, let's see. So I'm trying to see if you can actually format it to look close to what we have over there. UTC day, full year, hours, get there, and get the returns what? A number. No, we're not trying to return a number. So if you try this, you should be able to see that in our console. Okay, that is actually returning a number also, so that's not cool. I know basically what we need to do. But one way to actually do this, to be able to format this to actually look exactly like Thursday 30th of March, is that you can actually use the date function. Yeah, the date function to do that, or you can use modern.js. What did I do? Okay, we have date function. Yeah, date function, and then we have modern.js. Is it modern.js? I think it's modern.js. Is this called? I'm talking about the library for formatting dates in JavaScript. Okay, not modern, it's moments. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that should be called moments.js, not modern.js. So you can actually use moment.js for that, but I prefer using date functions. You can decide to use that, but you could also take in consideration that modern.js library, the library is actually huge, and also the same with modern moments.js. If you want to add that to your whole code, so that's also have to take in consideration. But with that, you can be able to format your dates to look exactly like what we have in our design. You should see that the full dates, the full day, you can get a whole stuff. But we can actually leave it this way, and I can take this like this, well, because it's closer to what we are looking for. Yeah, it's very close to what we're looking for. So if we go straight down, yeah, that should be somewhere. Yeah, let's take a look. So it says Thursday 30th of March, but this is saying Sunday, October 09, 2022. The difference is that the day is in full, where the day is in short over here, and next has this comma 30th of March, whereby I have the month, the day, and the year all together. So you can think hours is actually okay. You can just leave it that way. But like I said, if you want to get exactly what this looks like, just use date function or moment.js, or you can actually look through JavaScript dates, and you can actually work around with this to actually achieve it. Yeah, that's it. So the next stuff I can actually do right now is to work on this section. So I'm gonna say if the product is still under processing, this should show us order processed and nothing else. So I'm gonna say track order. We have order confirmation status, let's say if this is icon of truck, title, time, and if we go over to that place where we have order confirmation status, props.any, I will say icon. Okay, so we want to be able to actually turn this off, the color to look like this if the status is not, if the status is not processed or shipped, it should look like this. So one way to do that, because I could, yeah, I think somewhere, yeah, we are changing the icon's color, if I'm correct. Okay, high indicator, where we have big colors and we are passing in okay, we are passing in the colors to it, and I'm saying colors. Okay, view small circles, big circle, the big circle, so this is the big circle which has one particular color, but we could decide to change the color dynamically. One way to do that, so we already know where the styles are coming from, so I could just copy this, use an arrays of stuff. Then I'm going to say background color should be props dots is active true. If active is true, go ahead and give us props colors dot gray, so have a gray color. Yeah, else go ahead and give us no, if active is true, go ahead and give us main color, our main color. But if it's false, go ahead and give us gray color. I think that's it. So if you save this, see every single one of them goes back to gray at the moment. I then bring this inside here where we have the okay high. Yeah, so I'm gonna say it's active because we're using that property right there. That's supposed to props dots is active. Yeah, and also we can actually say if active is true, show us an icon. So also do the same with icon. Actually using props dot active and show us an icon, and you could see none of them is having an icon at the moment. That's because we are using the active props on it. So be able to actually dynamically show this, then we could do this down here. So right now we know there's a property called is active that we need to pass in, and I'm gonna say if so the property code is active, and the way to change this is a tracker order. Which okay, yeah, I think yeah, there's something else we need to pass to a tracker order. We need to pass the processing, yeah, the other processing status in there. So I could get hold of that. So let's get hold of the other processing status. Okay, we already passing the status, just need to pass it somewhere here also. Status, yeah, should be from status also. So I can decide to restart this, and then over here track orders. Yeah, we're almost there. So track orders right here, I would say come on, continue. Let's say, I would say if let's get hold of the status that we passed. Status, if status is equals to processing, yeah, if status is equals to processing, sure, yep, you can actually see that working. Can actually do the same right here, but it makes sense not to hard code this, so we should actually have a enumeration to actually be able to do this. Should be a num type, but for now we could just do it this way, but it makes sense to convert this to be a num type. So if the status, other status is equals to processing, that means say the payment is confirmed, and I could say if status also is equals to processing, and you could tell the user that the order is processed, but over here on the way should be if status is equals to shipped, if the order has been shipped. Yeah, if the order has been shipped, so this should be active. So by now none of the order is shipped, this order has not been shipped, so this should remain open. So if you go with that and try changing this, so let's try an order that's already been shipped, which we don't have any other order that's been shipped, so we can actually manipulate that. I can decide to manipulate any of these orders to be shipped, so I can call this to be shipped, processing status, change this to be shipped, and go ahead and save that, and do the same right here. What happened? Yeah, also do this. Yeah, shipped, save that, and so we have two that's already shipped, and you can actually see that right here. Yeah, it shows up that two of the orders have been shipped, and we can test it, but that's something will just be wrong, right? If you try to do this, let's say we try to track, something goes wrong. You see, this is the only one that has the icon marked, the rest is now empty, but that shouldn't be the case. Every single one of them should be marked. So in that case, what we need to do is to have an array. I could create an array here, over here. I could say constant order status is equals to, should be an array whereby okay, that's not what I'm looking. I'm gonna say processing, shipped and delivered. So we go, there we go. I'm gonna say if status, so that should basically say order status dot includes status here. So if you include status, that worked, and if you go back, do the same, if you include status, that should work, and this also, if you include status, that should work. But this should be different, because if you say include status over here, this will actually work even if the order has not been shipped. So I can actually make this to remain like this, only when the order is shipped. That's only when it should change. So if you save that, you see every single one of them is marked. So if you decide to go back and select an order that has not been shipped, you see it works as we expect. You see, so 1, 2, 3 is okay, because we already know. For us to put the order into processing, we already know that the order has been placed. Yeah, the user, whenever the user confirms their payments, we place the order, we process the payments, we already receive the payments. That's why we don't need to put the payment status. An order has been processed. We already put the order to be under processing. That's why we put it. We are using all these three. We are using processing to actually denote every one of them. And the last but not the least is the last one, which says order on the way. That would only be able to trigger if the status is equals to shipped. So if the status is equals to shipped, so this will also change color to denote that the order has been processed. So yeah, that's it. So like I say, if you go back, go to shipping and track your order, you see every single one of them is now highlighted in the color in which it should be. And the order received, if the user clicks on this, then we should call the order to be delivered or received. Yeah, so if the user say order received, that means we should be able to change the order in the database, in our database, like what we have here. We should be able to change the status to be delivered. But even in that point, even this can also be a tricky. This part can be tricky. It's not that just straightforward. The reason being, let's say the delivery guy delivered the order to me, and I marked it delivered. What if I didn't mark it delivered? Some people doesn't care. Once they receive the order, they don't want to know. Yeah, they won't mark it delivered. Let's say they didn't mark it delivered, and we being we being the vendor or the admin wouldn't know the order has been delivered, unless how we can do it the way UPS does it. UPS, yeah, does it. So the delivery guy will be able to mark the order delivered when if they scan the data of the client, of the receiving clients, or if the receiving clients decide to yeah, something like that's how they work on it. But mostly they kind of scan your ID, yeah, and they will mark the order delivered, whereby I think I'm thinking to think of another platform that does similar stuff. Amazon just have the delivery people just mark it delivered. You don't need to mark it delivered. Yeah, Amazon just have the delivery people. Amazon delivery guys mark it delivered. Yeah, and not you. Yeah, that will kind of show the order has been delivered. So we can actually go through that way. So we can give the user an opportunity to mark it delivered, and we can give the vendor or the delivery guy an opportunity to also mark it delivered. In that case, yeah, we know the order has been delivered. Anybody that marks it delivered, we know, and we can still ask the clients and the user if they actually received their order. Also, in that case, yeah, I think we can walk through those dynamics and through those yeah, ways to be able to achieve this. Yeah, but right now I think we achieved what we set out to do. So we're able to track an order, fix the back button, reorder an item. We're able to reorder an item. One more thing that we didn't do, I don't know, if we can just jump on it and finish it up immediately. We can just leave it for tomorrow for the next stream. Is that we need to work on, because we already completed this section. Next we need to work on the profile screen. You see the profile screen showing up here. We need to work on it. So we need to be able to actually make the profile screen look this way. The user can upload their image, do whatever they want to do, edit their profiles and whatever they want to do right there. And to do that, I don't need to stress about it because I already done it in one of my code base. What I will need to do is to maybe move most of the code over, and I'll show you guys how I did it. We can actually do it together. I'm thinking which one will be much better, so I can speed this up. I know that tomorrow we just work on being able to upload the user profile, image, edit user profile stuff and other stuff in the profile section. Yeah, and after that we can just work on searching through the product catalog, all those stuff, and maybe start working on the vendor section of the app. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So in that case, what I could do, for the profile section, I'll go straight in there and then just basically copy some code over, which is still the same. So this is our profile. So this is our profile screen. I head over to my profile screen. You could decide, just comment this out. Once I've done, I will just come under here, paste the new code that I wanted to paste in here. Just make some changes, so we need to copy some stuff over. There you go. And then we decide to pass all of these data over. Import. Yeah, that's it. And once stuff is remaining, I need to copy it over here. Just copy that over, and I'm going to paste that. And then, okay, I think we need to work on on this kind of a style part of it. I'm going to copy the style because there's no time to waste. I'm going to paste that in here and then import the color property, and I think we are good to go. So the next is basically to save this. Okay, it says vector icon could not be found. Where do you actually have the vector icon staying? That should be saying ionic icons. Okay, interesting. Element type is evaluated a string for built-in component or class function for composite. Okay, there you go. So we save this. You could decide to go, but okay, we still have an issue. Okay, yeah, that's working. So we're able to fix that issue. Since we fixed that, let's paste this to be yeah. That's the reason I'm leaving this code here. So I'll just leave it. And yeah, so there's our profile section. We already created it. So if you look at the profile section, you see there are some changes there. There's a picture, there's not a picture. That's because the user is yet to upload their pictures, so we are just putting this placeholder. It's called a placeholder. Yeah, so when the user kind of decide to edit their profile, they just tap on edit. When they upload a picture, then we use that picture to actually change this stuff, and that's based on the code we wrote here. So we are saying if user data the picture URL, if it's true, go ahead and use a picture. For it else, go ahead and use an icon instead. That's what we did here. So like I said, the user is here to upload that picture. Yeah, that's true. I think that's it. Another stuff is basically all this should actually link us to different portions of the app, which we are going to be integrating later on. But one stuff we're already working on is the map order. So if you tap on that, it takes you to the map order page. You go back, and you can come back again whenever you feel like. Tap on this, tap on my order, it takes you to my order page. So yeah, that's it. So right now we're able to kind of like get the profile section in place. And if you're kind of like trying to look at how we got that to work, so basically we created a container view which has this style container, and then we have inside here we are the child, and we are doing a conditional rendering right here, where we are checking if the user has already uploaded a profile picture. If they have, we replace that with an image by passing their profile picture, and we are actually converting this to be a screen typecasting, because if you remove this is requesting that we pass a URL to it, and this profile picture URL is an optional string. So if you remove this, it should be able to throw an error, but yeah, that's why I'm actually casting it as a string, or you can just force unwrap it anyway. So if the user doesn't have an image yet, use an icon to place it. So we are placing an icon, which is what we are requesting over here. You see the icon size is circle outline, so whatever. And next we have this username, which is over here, and you can see the username is actually showing because we're getting the username. This is because the user gives us their name when they are registering through the app. Yeah, that's how we're able to access their real name and put it here. Maybe that's even not their real name. Yeah, so we are just passing that here. And then we have an edit profile test. So this is basically the test over here. We are using a touchable opacity and a test components, and passing in the edit profile. And next we have these ties here. I will call them ties over here, that has an arrow icon in the right part of it and a test in the left part of it. We created it to be a container, not a container, a kind of like a reusable component on its own. And this is basically the usable components right here. So this is the profile navigate type, which has a title and has an onPlace function. And I'm saying touchable opacity, everything should be covered with touchable opacity. And the test, you can see the test showing up here, and you can see the icon showing up here. And this is the whole styling for the whole stuff in this section. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's the walkthrough through the how I'm able to get this to work and look like this. So I think I'm able to actually I was able to actually show you guys the stuff I came up with today, which is basically I'm going to show you guys how to do the ordering of a product, and how to show you guys how to track an order, so you can implement that in your app. You can implement order tracking and all those stuff, how to do that with an order ID and all those stuff. So I showed you guys how to achieve that, and also showed you guys how to fix a back button, which we have right here. So the back button here, in some cases how to fix that. Yeah, we did that. And yeah, also the profile screen, and we did that already. And also linking the order section here to navigate us to this order screen, which is yeah, we did that. So yeah, so we'll be stopping here for today. And also, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. And yeah, just hit the subscription button and the notification button to be notified of my next uploads and other stuff. Yeah, so that's it. So basically, tomorrow we'll be doing a whole lot of more features. Tomorrow I've already kind of like added them into a playlist, not a playlist, into a to-do list here of what we'll be doing tomorrow. Yeah, so basically tomorrow we'll be walking through the search fields, whereby we'll be able to search through the app, and also view all the page, filter icon trigger and all those stuff. So also be able to view on the page. I'll show you guys also show you guys how to do that. And around stuff, vendor section. So we start working on the vendor section tomorrow, but I'm hoping before we do that we should be able to fix one or two stuff, because that should be the setting when the user tap on this, they should be able to see a setting screen where they will have logout section. So they'll be able to log out from the app from the setting screen. Then you have the privacy policy stuff and the contact us section. So 1, 2, 3. I think we should finish that up before working on the vendor section, or we could just leave it and work on the vendor section later on, finish them up. Yeah, so that depends. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's it tomorrow. So guys, join me tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow, and don't forget to share the YouTube stream to your friends, and also subscribe. Thank you for joining. Have a nice day, everyone. Peace.